Hello, guys. The cat's got something to say. We're just waiting. Speaking of cats, we're just waiting for Cat. I hope it's everything up okay. I've been known to make a mistake or two. I've been known to be lapsed in my live streaming responsibilities. So I hope you're doing well. Hey, Country Boy Magic, we get a thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friend. How are you? Hope you are well. Hey, JR. JR says, Yogi, we get a wave, Country Boy. Appreciate it. Hi, Jessica. Jessica, we're waiting for Cat, and then we're going to start everything off with breathwork before we go in with all things Course of Miracles. Thanks for dropping the link, Country Boy. Appreciate it. JR says, how are you? I'm good, JR. How was the workout? How was the rest of the workout? Looking good on the burpees. Someone says hi. Jessica says, okay. How you doing, Jessica? My cat is getting awful pushy. This cat. I wonder if I trade in both my cats, if I could get one dog. What do you think? Hey, Sniper. Sniper says, greeting, beautiful souls. Selma says, how are you? I'm good, Selma. Jessica's, I'm okay, nervous, but okay. Let's see if we can help with that. Hey, Praveen. Everyone's saying hi. Country Boy's saying Europe. Someone says, hi, Yogi. Hi, Selma. Thanks for the wave, Country Boy. JR says, I love doing burpees. I will do them now and again for sure. Good fun. How was your workout today? Sorry, I missed, brother. I didn't live stream it today. Today was just minimum number of burpees. I did 25. I did some pull-ups and another round of yoga. That was it. Today's more of recovery day. I did get out and walk for 3 days. Praveen says, oh, I noticed each and every minute reaction as I was trained in the Army. All right. Let me know what you spot, Praveen. Country Boy says, nausea. I'm sorry. Tell me, you got to leave those people alone. Praveen says, be ready, Sir Yogi. You got it. Hi, Anna. Hey, Marlon. Pierre says, I need to stop talking so much about bloody peas on live, but my comments get attacked by the mushy pea madness. It's all over the place. We can't escape it. Hi, Kat.
I was so aggravated.
You're aggravated?
The link wasn't working for me. I mean, I couldn't click on all of it. It kept redirecting me to upload YouTube. It was crazy.
Weird. How'd you get it to work? Just chance?
Just kept trying.
There's a metaphor there.
Is there? Yeah.
And you know what? We can tie that in. It's a perfect metaphor for Course of Miracles because so many people, even halfway through, even 3/4 of the way through, they give up. They get frustrated. They push it aside. The reason is because as the ego diminishes, it wants to fight back. I don't know if I particularly like the metaphor of fighting back. It wants to reassert itself. It wants to be in charge again. Too often, I think we use that battle metaphor. We're battling the ego. We're fighting the ego. It sets us up for an internal conflict. I think both you and I have been damn ego again.
Yeah.
It's good that we recognize it, but at the same time, all the ego wants is another battle.
Right.
Now, now I have something to do. Praveen says, "Yes, sir. So, and that's one of the things that you and I wanted to talk about a little bit was what is A Course in Miracles?
Right?
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I got it. I'm okay.
Okay.
Praveen says, Yogi Sir, Buddha says, three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Praveen, you keep hinting that I'm hiding something. I am literally an open book. What, oh, yeah, my brother handed me a note, which is why I was distracted.
You did. And I was like, is it everything okay?
Everything's okay. I
I
thought
was worried. Thank you for telling me.
we're throwing something away, and asked me if it was something I wanted to keep.
Gotcha.
We talked about starting out with some breath work.
Yes.
I'm going to pin a comment real quick so we don't forget it.
Sure.
This is from JR. JR, we're going to start with breath work, and then we're going to get right to it. I'm going to keep the breath very simple, very easy. We're going to start off with 3 rounds of the physiological sigh. Breathing in, nice and deep, double breath, just sipping in the air, and then exhaling through the mouth. I call it a sigh, but it's really just a non-forceful, long, slow exhalation. If you're really feeling tense and you need to emphasize that exhalation, you can push out a little harder, make it maybe more of an actual sigh if needed, however you want to do it. And then I'm going to look at the clock. We're going to close our eyes and do about 2 minutes of very simple ujjayi breath, the ha breath, and just concentrating on making the ha as it goes in and as it goes out and extending the exhalation just a little extra. You're being called out. Alone drinking Annie, not good.
What?
Praveen's calling you out.
Why?
You're drinking alone. It's not good.
It's pink lemonade.
So I know our friend Jessica. Are you in? Everyone should know that sound, that sound. I don't know if you can hear that when I do that. I never know.
Mm-mm.
You can't hear it?
Not this time.
Okay. You can hear it sometimes when I do it? Okay. But you know it.
I think so. You'll tell me if I don't.
Okay. I will. I'm going to be listening. Hey, Miss Flipper. And let's start.
Okay.
I will be talking through the ujjayi breath, just giving little prompts and little cues and guiding everyone along.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start. Shoulders hanging down, back straight. We don't need to be ramrod straight. We just want the energy to flow upwards. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. Sip in air and sigh. Whatever length works for you. Sit here just for a second, knowing that you let go of everything with that sigh. We're going to do round 2, breathing in through the nose, nice and deep. Sip in air. Sigh, letting everything go. Shoulders heavy, body's relaxed, mind's at ease. Our very last round, breathing in nice and deep. Sip in air. Sigh. Eyes still closed, nice and relaxed. Introduce that ujjayi breath. So, I'm going to go for about 2 minutes. Breathing in. The sound of the ocean corresponding with the incoming wave and outgoing wave of your belly rising gently, falling back. We can think of the ultimate forgiveness symbol is the breath. Every breath is a letting go, and the in-breath comes in completely on its own. Forgiveness is letting go, and a brand new moment begins completely on its own. As you hear that sound of the ocean, gently remind yourself that you are in this present moment, absent of the past, no projection into the future. You, the breath, sound of the breath. Letting go. Extending the exhalation just a little bit longer. Always comfortable. And when you're ready, let go of the sound. Let go of the breath itself and allow it to flow in its own natural rhythm. In that state of relaxation, know that with each breath you have cleansed yourself, you have forgiven yourself, you have forgiven everything. And when you're ready, open your eyes and let's talk, Kat.
Wow, that was really great.
I love the breath. I love the Ujjayi breath.
With the first releasing breath, I just felt myself right afterwards. I just felt myself kind of melting.
Awesome. Sometimes Jessica, I hope that was good for you as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes we love those complicated breaths. We love the power of breath retention and the uniqueness of alternate nostril breathing, and all of them are good. But just that sound, just breathing in and then letting go, and then using that sound. You're welcome, Jessica. Is just what we need.
Yeah.
The simplicity. That's why I love breath work. The simplicity of the breath. It's your tool, and it's the most intimate thing at our disposal. So we have a question right off the bat.
Cool.
Well, that's what you say. You haven't seen the question yet.
I just pass it on to you if it's, above the 6th grade level.
Hey, speaking of that,
Yes.
you've been throwing some big course lessons at me.
Have I?
You have, and I want to talk about that too. Just want to talk about how, again, what the course is, and we've talked about this before. How it applies in our daily life. But when we truly begin knowing what the course is and does, becomes such a natural part of our life, and a very easy, just like the breath. And it should be just like the breath. Forgiveness, the course says in the 50 principles of miracles, every day should be devoted to miracles. And when one doesn't occur, when it doesn't work, that's when it's not natural. Miracles are natural. And when they don't occur, something's going wrong. What I found is most often, what goes wrong is we don't ask for one.
Mm.
And miracles are so simple. It's a shift of perception. It's not manifesting loaves and fishes. As a vegan, I don't know what I would do with all those fishes anyway. If I had them, I'd give them to Bob, I guess. Sniper has a question. I can't find. Do you see the pinned comment? I can't seem to find it.
No. I mean, I think I see it, but I'm not sure. Can you You said all we had to do is ask for a miracle. What does that look like, Yogi?
Um, for me,
For anybody.
I think it's going to be different with anyone. First half, we have to know what a miracle is according to A Course in Miracles.
Right.
That, again, it's not, I need a parking space. There's
That's
nothing
nice.
wrong. There's nothing wrong. Thank you, Praveen.
Aw.
So kind of you, my friend. There is, it says, my two best and favorite YouTubers are live together.
Aw.
He's talking about you and someone else. Praveen, that was so nice. Thank you, my friend.
Really nice. Really sweet. I love you, Praveen.
I love you too, Praveen. So there's nothing wrong with Sething. There's nothing wrong with manifesting something. As long as you know that it is coming from the ego and the ego's desire. There's nothing wrong. This is going to piggyback. I know JR's question dealt with the ego. I'm going to use your trick, the channel activity. I can't find the pin coming. Do you think the ego is bad if you're trying to better yourself in doing so? So I'm going to see if we can piggyback these two things together. That asking for a miracle is knowing that from the egoic perspective, you're not going to fix it. That it's larger than the ego. In fact, the miracle is larger than the ego. And the ego is the source of our problems. The ego is the source of every single problem. So I don't think the ego is bad. The ego isn't good nor bad. It's simply non-existent. There's really no such thing as an ego. No scientist, no neurosurgeon can go up to the brain and find an ego. There's no little ego section in the brain. There's no, spot that says, this is Cat, this is Yogi, this is, do you know what I mean? It's a construct, a social, behavioral, psychological, emotional construct. So if everything is based upon a fictitious identity, then we're only going to get things that really only have meaning as long as the ego stays the same. And the ego never stays the same because the ego is always going to want more, it's always going to want shinier, it's always going to want bigger and better. We go through like that. I can't wait until I turn into a teenager. I can't wait until I'm 16. I can't wait until I'm 18. I can't wait until I'm 20. I can't wait until I'm no longer 60 and I head backwards in the other direction. Of course, that doesn't happen, which can cause a great deal of suffering because I have identified with my body for a very long time as an athlete, as all the stuff that I like doing. So as I see my body aging, as I feel my body aging, if I solely identified with the body, I am in for not just my body being sore from being a little bit older, but my identity as a body, my ego, is going to have a lot of suffering. Tying it back. So to answer Jared's question, no, it's okay as long as you recognize the ego is not who you are. And there's really no bettering the ego. You'll never have a better ego, spiritual or otherwise.
The ego will tell you do.
Yes. And you and I have talked about that before. We can spiritualize the ego. So asking for a miracle is simply saying, I need something other than the ego to help me. And there's only one other thing, and it's reality. It's truth. It's love. God. What do you think?
Good job.
Well, thank you. I do like talking about that spiritualizing the ego. Because that's the source of its own suffering. Because we got to learn that next magic breath work, that secret meditation, that You got to watch the next video that's going to reveal a hidden truth that no one else knows except for the other 200 million who watched the video. And the truth is so much simpler. You're not an ego, you're not a body. But it's hard. We don't want to let that go. The good news is we don't have to. We just recognize I'm not a body. And the Course has that phrase several times. I am not a body, I am free. I am still as God created me. A lovely line.
Mm-hmm.
We had a question from
So to go back to asking for a miracle real quick.
Yep.
A miracle is just seeing things differently. And right?
Yep.
And if you could master that, you could change things and heal, I think is what I'm getting at.
Yep.
It's probably not super prevalent, but I don't know. I've seen my own healing through A Course in Miracles, through seeing things differently.
And it can be instant. What I like is one thing that you and I always talk about, letting ourselves off the hook, being a little easier on ourselves. And what I love about the Course is it says, ultimately, we all wake up and we all wake up together. Ultimately, there's really no waking up because we're already there. We're already in heaven. And heaven's not a far off place with angels playing harps. Heaven's within, here, present, right now, in which we are asleep, dreaming this world. But in the meantime, we can dream a happier dream.
Right.
And I like that, meaning we can heal and we can allow ourselves to feel good. We don't need to we don't need to pay penance. We used to say putting on a hair shirt. The saints, the monks would have a shirt made out of hair, so it would irritate their skin, so that in that irritation, it would remind them of the glory of God. And I don't think God needs that kind of reminder.
Mm-hmm.
And there's easier ways to irritate yourself. Get a cat. Get a cat. And if you're not irritated enough, get 2 cats. And they do a pretty good job of it. I started off the live stream wondering if 2 cats, trading in 2 cats would get me 1 dog. Doesn't have to be a big dog.
What the basic, let me go back a little bit, and I don't know if this can be said enough. The basic premise of A Course in Miracles is that we have never left God's side. We are still with our Creator, whatever you call Him, your source. We're still there.
Yep.
But we're dreaming. We're in a dream. This is what this is, and that's why it's all an illusion. It's not real. And why forgiveness should be pretty easy, because my neighbor who's driving me crazy, she's just dreaming too. And I'm dreaming of her driving me crazy.
She's a dream. She's a character in your dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're a character in her dream.
Yeah. So that's all. I just wanted to make that point again, that we've never left our source's side, and we're sleeping now, but our true selves are fully awake.
There's a wonderful line, ideas leave not their source. We are an idea in the mind of God.
Right.
Also, ideas leave not their source, meaning we have ideas about the world. They haven't left their source. All of the ideas that we have about the world.
Yeah.
Yep. Right in here. Sniper has a question just for you.
Uh-oh.
Cat and Jack, how can I apply the principles of A Course in Miracles to personal growth without a belief in God, if I wasn't religious or possibly of another faith? Excellent question.
That would be a question for you, Yogi, because I don't know. I did have a basic belief. And definitely do now.
I'd love to answer that, but he asked you.
I don't.
Well,
A Course in Miracles isn't necessarily for everybody.
it
So
isn't. Um, I think it's actually pretty easy without faith because the course is saying everything. We can replace Sniper. You can replace God with mind, and the course uses mind several times. There's one mind. There's only the mind of God, but you don't need to use the word God. There's only mind, and we are. You could even say greater mind. We are ideas within a greater mind, thoughts within a greater mind. And that is with only one mind means all these little dreaming minds are linked. Deepak Chopra would say that the only reason I can't wiggle your finger, Cat, is a single thought that you and I are separate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And because you might be like, why are you trying to wiggle my finger, man? That's so weird.
Don't pull my finger.
Yeah, be my finger alone. Let's cruise down and see if there was any questions. Lucy says, hi, Cat, I love you.
I love you too, Lucy.
Miss Pippa says, in A Course in Miracles, God is love. There you go. They're synonymous. A belief in love doesn't require religiosity. Religiosity. Say it for me, Cat.
No, I can't.
No. That was about as close as I was going to get. Thank you for that, Miss Flipper.
Yes, thank you.
I'm probably way behind there. Hey, Skits. Hiding truth inside heart, not accepting the fact, not letting or saying the truth is also kind of ego, Yogi, sir, with a monocle, hinting that he's watching me. I'm not sure what confession he wants me to make. Because I'm happy to make it. Hey, Duncan. I think it, let's see. Zephyr says, Miss Flipper manifesting a brand new archetype to overlay the old will do the same. Miss Flipper says she agrees that vision can be influential to healing. You know, Miss Flipper, when you and I were doing breath work and meditation together, man, almost coming up in a year soon, relatively soon, I think by like September, which isn't that far. She asked me a question about the use of magic in the course, which is the course is anything that is of this world is magic. And the course says use magic if you need it, but know that it's not true. Know that magic comes and is of the ego, and it can treat the ego and it can treat the body, but it is not related to, for lack of a better term, soul. So if we, because the soul, who we truly are, spirit, doesn't need healing.
Right.
It doesn't need to be forgiven and doesn't need to forgive. Forgiveness itself is a form of magic, but it serves, as does taking Advil when you have a headache, seeing a doctor. None of it's bad, none of it's wrong. It serves when it needs to serve, but ultimately, when we can make that final request for the miracle of I truly, truly want to see, and when we do see, there's no longer need for magic.
Right.
I'm not there.
Well, I am.
And I thought you were going to wait for me. You could have turned around and said,
I'm
here.
reaching down to you and pulling you up.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Flipper says, vision can be of God, seeing with the heart. Zephyr says, magic. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. You go ahead.
Magic comes from the realm. It's the fact that we all have been brought up thinking we are in a world. Well, that's the slight difference with a course. Course would say magic is of this world. It's an illusion. Magic is part of the illusion. But we want to get to a spirit where there's no need for that.
Right. Well, we're super people. Not even people. We're just superpowers.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, what I was going to say was back to what A Course in Miracles is. It's reminding us who we are, and it's providing us a way to remember. It's a brain training to remember who we truly are.
Right.
And it's a little bit of a love story, too. I mean, I hear all the time about how much I'm loved by God.
I never equated to a love story. I absolutely love that.
Mm.
That's also, you're absolutely right. And it's a beautiful way of thinking of it. You know what appealed to me
Mm.
as an athlete, as someone who was practicing yoga, brain training. I can do that. I can train myself. I've trained myself my entire life. Um, and here I'm given a course book with explicit instructions on what to do every single day for a year. And if I don't have it, I can repeat it and get better at it each year.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I'm in. I love, when I was a kid, I loved correspondence classes. I could send away. I did it with the Self-Realization Fellowship, uh, which was the yoga training in my 20s. I sent away, and every month they sent me new lessons.
Mm.
So that highly appealed to me. God, you're in a little bit of trouble.
Uh-oh. Let me say one more thing. Really important. I spoke to somebody about it this morning about suffering in life, and you had to do this to love God, and I said no. God wants you to be happy. That is his heart. He wants you to be happy.
Yes.
That's it.
So you're saying I don't have to wear a shirt made out of hair?
No, please
And
don't.
okay.
Don't torture yourself.
So you want to know why you're in trouble?
Yes, please tell me.
For over a year, actually probably close to 2 years, I would, during my burpee routines,
Mm-hmm.
and I would do live streams, I would get suggestions from our good friend Duncan Walsh, who would say, Eric, have you ever considered, very nice and polite, isn't it? Have you ever considered?
Yes.
Then he would throw a hellacious workout my way. Have you ever considered doing this so hard that you need a bucket in case you throw up right next to you?
Oh.
Something really, really, it was always awful.
Mm-hmm.
Almost always awful. Because Duncan's a master trainer. I don't know what he has in store for you, but he said, Kat, have you ever considered? And then dot, dot, dot. So we got to wait and see what's coming up. It might not be awful for you. It might be, all right, here it is. Kat, have you ever considered becoming a yogi?
Oh, is this truth or dare?
Well, more, have you ever
Yes.
considered being a,
Yeah.
have you?
Mm-hmm. I've considered being a nun.
Huh, me too. But, I wasn't sure I could pick up the habit. It was an obvious joke. Well, I did think about joining a monastery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did not know about you becoming a nun.
Yeah,
You would
but then
make,
I was at a point in my life where I just didn't want to deal with anything, and I just wanted somebody to tell me what to do. But then that's so against my nature. I wouldn't make it.
hey, how do you feel about asking the Holy Spirit for what to do?
Oh yeah, I do.
I know you do, but is there a difference because it's not a not a
Oh,
figure?
structured, and I don't have to do
Right,
anything. I just be there.
right. You can also say no, and there's no repercussions.
Oh, really?
Except, well, you're not going to be punished for saying no. But the Holy Spirit's never going to punish you.
Oh, okay.
However, you just keep digging your own hole.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the Holy Spirit will say, "How about now? You tired
Yeah.
of digging yet?" And eventually, we do get tired of digging. So we could. You already. My thoughts. You're already a yogi.
Mm.
Yoga means union with God, and it's someone who is in process of um, that realization that we already are. And you think you match that description?
Yes.
All right. I do like that term, yogi cat.
Wow.
You've been promoted. That's a great question, Duncan. Danny says, Yogi, I'm also happy. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm happy Danny's happy. It's
Yeah.
just such a wonderful person.
Mm-hmm.
Skid says, I'm thinking of becoming a monk. It's actually, it's a big commitment. We think of it as turning away or running away um, but it's a heavy, heavy thing to do. Uh, the thing that backed me out of it was I had to make a pledge that I would not accept any other teachings, specifically channel teachings,
Mm.
of which Course in Miracles is considered, although I'm not 100% in alignment with that. Sometimes I think of channeling as you have that shift of personalities, and with the scribe, Helen Suckman, she could stop, put the pen down anytime. Her personality didn't shift. It was like she said she was having a conversation with Jesus in her mind, and she would argue, and she would, I don't believe in what you're saying. There, a beautiful story where she was complaining about a certain aspect of the course not working for her right now, and she heard Jesus said, "Perhaps you try it the way that I directed it, the way that I gave it to you," which caused a big shift. But then she did, and then the problem was solved. Um, that goes back to you and I talking to the Holy Spirit. Have you ever shrugged your shoulders and said, "Nope, it's not what I want to do"? And um, like we were saying, the Holy Spirit just waits. Doesn't make a big issue.
Right.
Eventually says very gently, "Perhaps you try it my way now," and you're free to say no. I enjoy banging my head up against the wall. Let me do it. Give me one more hour,
Yeah.
and then I'll try it your way. Hey, Carl. Carl says, "Thanks, Yogi. Our friend Carl is here."
Oh, hi, Carl.
You're welcome, Carl. Carl, thank you for being here, my friend. I enjoyed Carl's live stream.
Yes.
And the song, The View,
Mm-hmm.
and what a wonderful laugh Carl has.
Yes.
It's one thing to have a conversation with Carl in a chat here. It's a whole nother thing when you feel like you're sitting in the room with Carl,
Right.
and you hear him, you hear the laugh, you hear the warmth in his voice when he greets you, like you're truly, truly being welcomed in by a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love Thursdays. I go live with
Great day.
Lucy. It is. I go live with Lucy. She pulls cards. Uh, she's a good friend. I like being there with her. And then Carl is live in the afternoon. It's right when I'm finished my dinner. I get to relax. I have a cup of tea, and I just sit. And then I go live with you. What an awesome day!
It is an awesome day.
Carl says it kept freezing. I see. I didn't notice that. Was it freezing for you?
Yes, I restarted my phone because I thought it was me.
JR wants to know if mushy peas are on the Course in Miracles.
The part of the illusion.
Mushy peas are part of the illusion, JR. Fortunately. Miss Pippa says, nice reminder that holiness works through us. It's our job. Extending love. Very good at your job too, okay?
Thanks. You are too. You're really, really good at it. I'm learning from you.
Well, thank you. I'm learning from you. Maybe that means we're both in trouble.
Maybe.
Or we're in,
being led.
we're in good hands with each other.
Yeah.
I like the thought that if I were to fall, you would give me a gentle reminder. And if you were to fall, I would give you a not so gentle reminder.
No, you're always so gentle.
It would be. It would be. Hey, Isabella. Oh, Sutton's here.
Hi, Isabella, with the wonderful animals.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of the animals are awesome. Then he says, Yogi, for me, it keeps freezing a bit. Oh, am I freezing?
Oh, now? No, I just think you were being very still a couple times.
That could be. Gareth says, the Course Miracles, basically, yeah, you have 1 P a day, pop it like a tab. Once the course is done, you have miracle magic peas. Well, 35 years of setting the course, and I've yet to get to that point.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the grand finale.
Maybe.
And I'll be thinking, oh man, I wasted 35 years just to get a pea. And I got to mush it up myself.
Now I see clearly, and all there are peas.
I want my money back. Hey, Reaper, thank you so much, my friend. Reaper says, all right, you two, when is the wedding? And don't you dare hurt Yogi.
Yogi better not hurt me.
I would never hurt you.
Wow.
He's being protective. Reaper and I go way back. He's one of the OG.
Yeah, I know.
One of the first people in actually probably the first person in my live stream. Never once said, oh man, you're going to talk about yoga again? Or Course in Miracles. Awesome. I'll let you answer the question though.
What was the question?
It says, when's the wedding? And don't you dare hurt Yogi.
I don't know about weddings.
No?
I've been at a few times.
Once for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again.
Unless you want to be my beneficiary, then I'll marry you. I'll just give all this to you.
Yeah, like I need more stuff. Look around my room here, Kat. I was going to leave all my books to you.
I'll take them.
And the cats, by the way. You get
custody
of the cats. That's why you don't want to get married, because if we got divorced, you would get custody of the cats.
Oh no.
And I don't want to say this too loud. You'd get custody of my brother.
No.
Reaper says, all love.
Is it though? Nice. Is it really?
I think so. Hey. They know you make me happy.
What did you say?
They know you make me happy.
Oh, well, you make me very happy too.
Oh, well, thank you. It's an easy job. You're an easy job to make you happy. Reaper says you better get an invite. Carl says, who's Rachel?
Who is Rachel?
Yeah, I don't know, Carl. Is she here? Anna says hi to Rachel. Did we miss Rachel? Oh, Rachel just came in. Rachel XOXO says hi, everyone. Welcome, Rachel. And Anna, thank you for welcoming her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I add something in about relationship and marriage, sort of?
Sure, of course.
Marriages are fine if two people agree to get married, but we all know how so many. You said you've already been through it. I've already been through it. Many of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
they're not necessarily required, and we know that they don't necessarily bring us to where we want to be, because when the marriage no longer works to provide us with a sense of happiness, a sense of identity, a sense of whatever it is we think we need from someone else, we look for someone else or something else. We're ready to replace it. It's a special relationship. That sounds good. I have a special relationship with Kat. Doesn't that sound pretty awesome? Except what happens when you no longer seem so special to me?
Right.
What happens when I'm no longer so shiny for Kat?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want a shinier guy. I don't think that can happen. But um, when I'm going to interrupt myself. Carl says, I feel alone. And I just want to take a moment and say, Carl, I really appreciate you. And I love seeing you over Cats every morning. I'm always in the background. And I consider you a friend, Carl. I really, really like you. If I could do something to make you feel less alone, I'd do it in an instant. So I don't want a special relationship with you, Kat.
I don't want one with you either.
That hurt a little bit.
No, no.
I do want a holy relationship with you,
Mm-hmm.
which is based upon forgiveness and continuously seeing each other for who we truly are.
Yeah.
Knowing that we're going to do human stuff. We're going to do people stuff. We're going to do body stuff. And sometimes that might hurt us a little bit. But and even a holy relationship might part someday in some way. We never know what might happen. I hope not, but we never know.
Right.
But you part with love, you part with forgiveness, you part with knowing that you don't truly part, and that we hopefully don't, but we proceed through life uh, dreaming a happy dream together, and knowing that we'll awaken, and knowing that you are my awakening road that I get to travel with you.
That's exciting.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Heart Matters. Carl says the bus driver wasn't happy this morning.
Carl had the bus driver look to find my live. I wasn't there. I'm sorry, Carl.
I've heard bus stories from Carl.
Yeah.
Eating ice cream on a bus.
Yep.
You know what it made me want to do?
Eat an ice cream?
No, ride a bus with Carl.
Oh, okay. I think about the sweets automatically.
Automatically, I went to ice cream. Where are we? I think you gave a really nice description of what the course is.
Thank you.
And it's so, I'm glad, by the way, that Sniper asked that question. Because I think we've all known people who've said the course is too religious. I know some people said it's not religious enough, that, they want it more biblical and less coursey. More biblical, less Jesus-y. And the thing is, the course actually has more in common with Buddhism, yoga, Vedanta than it does with traditional Christianity as we know it, which isn't surprising because it's not a religion. Of course, isn't a religion. It doesn't offer religion. It doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't give you a moral code of conduct. There's no commandments. There's really not any suggestions. It says this is, and it doesn't even say it's the only way. As a matter of fact, in the beginning, it says that there are other paths. All of them will take you where in the same spot. All of them will take you where you are going to end up. But the Course believes you will get there faster through the practice of forgiveness in this particular style, this particular way. And I always equate that kind of forgiveness with Zen. Zen is about being present in this moment. And forgiveness says nothing has happened. You've never been hurt. What you think your brother did to you, he never did. People can argue, but I remember. But what are you remembering? It's a thought. Here, now, in this moment, your brother has never done anything to you. If you could allow the resurrection, the biggest fear is if I allow this person to be resurrected in the present moment, is he going to do that again?
Mm.
Resurrection doesn't mean foolishness. It doesn't mean that you make yourself vulnerable. In fact, resurrection means that you are now invulnerable.
Right.
You're wise. You have discernment. Someone still might try to hurt you, but you can forgive, and now you know that on the human form, I might need to stay away from this person.
Mm.
They might not be the best for me. They might try to harm me. So when we forgive, we're absolutely free, bodily, emotionally, spiritually. To me, that's what the Course is about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jory. Parmetta says, children raised by unmarried parents, both today and historically on average, have far worse outcome. Single parenthood is simply harder. I might agree with the harder part, somewhat. I think, in a way, because it's just helpful to have another set of hands.
Mm.
But I was only a single parent for a year.
Mm.
And it was hard, but I rank it one of the 3 most rewarding things that I've done.
Yeah.
And the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Percolated Fish says 9 out of 10 times when we find trouble, we are actually looking for it.
I'm sure. I believe that. But I think what I wanted to say is as you go through the Course, I don't know at what point it happens, but a lot of the drama and the nonsense in your life will start to settle down because you're seeing things differently. Yeah,
You
you
see
break
things
some of the cycles.
exactly, which is important because that's what people want to know about boundaries. Does it mean that I got to welcome everyone into my life? All the people that I've forgiven, they can now come back in and take my money and eat my cookies and
Not the cookies.
I knew that one would be a trigger for you. And my thought is, sure, if it's raisin cookies, come on in. You can have as many as you want. I don't even know why they're in my house, to be honest with you.
They wouldn't be in your house. They'd be gone. Tell the truth.
They would not be in my house. Not even a raisin.
Oh, raisins, yes.
Where was I going with this, cat? Oh, boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, we have no boundaries anyway. We're boundaryless. Bros? That's okay. I think you're freezing too. It is almost. You got 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. I agree with you. Oh, I think Cat froze. So you are freezing. Yep. It's like a stop go. That's okay. Hey, we made 55 minutes of a beautiful conversation that I very much enjoyed. Do you want to hop in the chat?
Yes.
Thank you, Kat. All right. Kat had to pop off. She was freezing. I hope I'm not freezing too. Danny had said that he noticed that I might have been freezing a little bit. Danny said, terrible times. Terrible says, she's way too cute for you. You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I can't argue that, my friend. Joe says, Yogi, have you ever seen a ghost? I believe so. When I was younger, I saw the ghosts of my grandfather. But I'll be honest with you, you know, there's different stories of what a ghost is, what a ghost isn't. In the end, even a ghost is part of the illusion. Even in the end, there's no such. Even if I believe in them, even if I see them, in the end, there's no such thing as a ghost because there's no such thing as this world. It's a bold statement, but it's supported by yoga, supported by Buddhism, supported by mystical Christianity. It's supported by neuroscience. We construct the appearance of the world, our thoughts. So what Sam says, I ruined it? Probably. Kat says, but he sings me love songs and reads me poetry. I do. That makes up for it, terrible times. Stepper says she's a freeze troll queen. Learn learn from the best. Armetta says I communicate consequences when people break my rules repeatedly. They are usually just removing myself from the presence. I call this boundaries. Gotcha. As long as it works for you, my friend. Miss Pepper says love the cat and Jack. I have the need to pin Cat's statement, but he sings me love songs and reads me poetry. I do. I don't know why that makes me so happy. JR says, if there's no such thing as this world, then what do you think is going on right now and the purpose of this all? It's a good question. Here's a question. What do I think is going on right now? What I think is going on right now is I'm thinking the world into existence. This world is based upon my thoughts. My thoughts are based upon a misperception of who I am and where I am. The purpose of all of this is to wake up. The purpose of all of this is to forgive. Through the process of forgiveness, I see that there is no world. There's spirit, there's mind. There's only mind. If we could see things neurologically speaking, if we could see the bare template of the world. Here's the thing about the world that we think that we live in. If you look at a tree, you see an ash tree. You see a black walnut tree. You see a birch tree. It has a name. It has a label. It has a purpose. But all of that's made up. The bare template of a tree is energy dancing, molecules dancing. So forgiveness. Forgiveness is looking at a tree and saying, I forgive the projection I place upon you to be something for me, instead of just allowing you to be a tree and all of your wonderful treeness. Imagine if you could do that for each other. Imagine looking at anyone here in the chat. Imagine if our friend, Terrible Times, came in and instead of projecting my whatever upon me. He allowed me to be me and my dancing moleculeness and my boundaryless and my heart space and who I truly am. What a great gift we could give to each other. Awakening awareness. Kat says, because it makes me happy. I think you're right, Kat. Then it says, this world exists, so it is real. Does it exist? How do we know? Doesn't the world exist when we're sleeping, when we're dreaming? Don't we have a dream world that feels every bit as real as this one? But then we wake up. Adam says, I feel a need to balance this out. Yogi, you're pretty dang cute. Thank you, Adam. The world has been restored in balance. It says, you and Kat make me smile the way you two are together. So cute. Bless you both. Thank you, Skits. I will say, it's been a true gift. The difference is its perception by each other. It's a wonderful point, Dennis. So if everyone has a different perception, then how can there be a continuous, all-encompassing world? Because what happens then if my perception changes? Does your world change as well? Armetta says we're covering some heavier than usual topics today. Well, this is the stuff that I normally love talking about. Thursday nights are reserved almost exclusively for this. Oh man, I haven't. Thank you, Sniper. What do I think about reincarnation? Reincarnation is part of the illusion. If we anything can happen within the illusion. Sometimes I don't like so much the word illusion. Kat and I talked about this earlier today. And Miss Flipper and I have talked about it. Miss Flipper, you still here? I think a better way of saying it is that we dream the world into existence. Thank you, Heart Matters. I appreciate that. I gotta get some water. Oh, Miss Flipper is here. She says like Moses. When you talk about the course, do you use illusory? Do you use dreaming? Do you have a preference? Does one feel more right to you? Let me get some water. Pavina is back. Uploaded my short video. Time to get regular on YouTube again. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Kat says, I meant to say he's friggin' adorable. It only takes one adorable from Kat to keep me smiling for an entire day, an entire 24 hours. Hey, Easy. Easy, that's a good question. What do you think Jesus meant when he said, you are the salt of the earth? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to give that some thought. Jessica says, I put up a post. I'll look for it, Jessica. Miss Pippa says, whatever works. Thank you. Miss Flipper is a no-nonsense practitioner of the Course in Miracles. Praveen says, well, sir, entire 24 hours. Great, sir. Yep. Sniper says, salt is required in magical rituals. All right, I'll be right back. I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to have to leave Sniper in charge because things might get unruly here. I'll be right back. All right, that wasn't long at all. Beaver says, hold first, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, all that is 1 milligram of melatonin to help my sleep. Kat says, Jessica, you will be in my prayers tomorrow, my friend. I love you. I will join Kat in prayers. Adam says, I have a new phone, so I promise my videos will be a little clearer, at least visually. Awesome. Hey, tomorrow night. So, hey, Heart Matters. Let me read his comment real quick. My personal truth includes some controversial definitions. For example, my definition of life is that it is defined by continuous self-replication. Not sure I understand that. It's interesting. Skid says, quick spam the chat while Yokester gets whatever. See? This is why Sniper was in charge. I almost thought about leaving Skits in charge, but I knew what would come back. The Graffiti King. And look what he did. Skits has corrupted. He's a bad influence. Eric Lapointe. Eric Lapointe used to be such a good kid. I remember way back when. And now look at him. Hanging out with bad influences. Graffiti. Listening to that loud rock and roll music. Doing burpees with the ruffians on the YouTube streets. Dennis says, nonsense. It's running away from raisins. Yogi, admit it. I admit it. I will run from a raisin. Absolutely. Parmetta says, my definition of consciousness is the ability to sense and react to stimulus. Machines can be conscious, but are not alive. Wow. It's interesting. What is that based upon? Skit says, we're in trouble, LP, bro. Well, of course, Skits, you're in a little more trouble. You were the instigator. Eric Lapointe would have been well behaved if it wasn't for you egging him on. Adam says, easy. I heard interesting talk on the salt of the earth, and salt was very important in the Jordan area. Also, salt had different properties and uses from gardening to seasoning. Salt was used for preservation. Well, one thing, keep in mind, Jesus taught and spoke in metaphor. Kat says he's a regular burpee thug. Eric Lapointe, burpee thug. Eric, that's a good name. That's a good title. Kat, that was awesome. Can dream of dreaming too. Adam says heart can be conscious of conscious, which is pretty strange. Rupert Spira, non-duality teacher. Awakening, enlightenment is aware of being aware. All enlightenment is aware of being aware. We could say aware is love because it has no discriminatory properties. Everything is included in awareness. I am aware of everything in this room without condition. Hey, nature's place. Now, I can be selective in my attention, but my awareness is all inclusive. That's the nature of love. So, love recognizing that it's love, love recognizing that it's inclusive, love recognizing that it is aware. Stephen says, in metaphor, because he can only sow seeds and never tell among someone the truth outright. JR Plays is dropping more mushy peas, as is Eric Lapointe. You guys are just ganging up on me now. Hartman says, when I think of consciousness, we say for sure that we have consciousness. We can be unconscious. Dead people are not conscious. The blind are conscious. The deaf are also. At what point are we not? Interesting. Adam says, also, I find it's always better to respond than to react. I agree. I think since we're children, we're taught to react. A thought response can be the karmic weight, a thoughtful response. Joe says, I play games on this channel. I got another channel idea too. So, hey, Heart Matters, you were talking about heavy topics. Tomorrow night, there will not be heavy topics. Tomorrow night, we're going to sing. Rumor has it Eric LaPointe's making a comeback. Rumor has it Eric LaPointe is going to rap. Now, according to the Course of Miracles, Heart Matters, even consciousness is part of the illusion. We simply merge back into the mind of God. Yogi making a comeback Eminem. I don't think I can do it. I'd love to say that I would give it a shot. MC Eric LP inside. Hey JR, what are the chances of you getting up and doing some freestyling? If you look in my on my channel page, you'll find my email. If you don't want to, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can send me a message. If you don't want to sing live, hey Kamari, how are you? If you don't want to sing live, tape it, record it, and send it to me, and I'll play it. Skits is on that. Hey Skits, I hope you do that again. Guys, we're gonna wrap things up in just a minute. I'm definitely getting sleepy. According to that little number thingy that we do, we had 39 people come in the chat tonight. Pretty awesome. Let's see. Skits says, I have one for tomorrow. Don't worry. Awesome, Skits. Chris Pepper says, I'd say God is the only thing that is conscious. I am very much in line with that, Miss Pepper, for sure. I'd say there's just consciousness, and that's God. Just says I can't even put a beat on though. What do you mean, JR? Harman says I'm singing karaoke tomorrow night at a friend's birthday party. One day I'll try to sing for you. Hey, enjoy the karaoke. Now we know who this is. Marshmallow says, P happy. Then it says, no, your words exist. No, your world exists. My world exists. They are one and the same. It's our perception that is different. So, of course, Miracles, Buddhism, and yoga, again, mystical Christianity, Kabbalah all say the same thing, that it is our projection internally that makes our perception. That we have cast that projection out into a dreamlike quality existence, a dreamlike world, a template of a world. Miss Ripper says, love is the way, teach only love, for that is what you are. Doing my best. Man, I very well remember coming across those words and wondering, is it possible? Could I do it? And the Course says that's what you're supposed to do. We teach what we most need to learn, and we teach through demonstration. So, and keep that in mind. I hope to always demonstrate. I hope to always demonstrate love, no matter what I do on the live stream. Adam says, long time ago, I had a deep meditation into the nothingness. It is there that I met the awareness of awareness. When everything drops off, there's still awareness. Very close to what Nisargadatta Maharaj said in his classic I Am That. But before he passed away, same with Ramana Maharshi, even the awareness of being aware drops away. Even the I Am drops away. And we merge back into the absolute, into Brahma. But the whole consciousness, is this consciousness, is this whatever, eventually I just drop it. To be honest with you, I don't like working with theory anymore. I don't like thinking, is this person right or is that person right? None of it matters to me. What matters to me is kindness and forgiveness. To teach only love. Because I mention this often, if I'm wrong, at the end of my life, I get this great revelation that everything that I believed about yoga, everything I believed about Buddhism, everything that I believed about A Course in Miracles was absolutely wrong. Guess what? I had an entire life of being kind and forgiving. Joy, bliss, bliss consciousness itself. That's enough for me. Don't care how many dimensions, don't care about reincarnation, don't care anyone else's view of consciousness and not consciousness. They don't care about my view of consciousness. They don't care about my yogic understanding. I don't care about my own practice of Buddhist meditation. I care about being kind. I care about teaching only love, because I do have that great realization that love is all I am. With that, I'm going to go to bed too. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. JR, thanks. JR's going to bed. It's late for you. I appreciate you hanging out so long. As same with Squirrel Sniper, as with Miss Flipper, and anyone else who's overseas. Jessica says, have a good night, Eric. I hope to see you in the morning. I'm going to find something to do to keep myself busy. Good night, Jessica. We'll do breath work in the morning. Adam says, all right, I recently listened to a doctor talk about the effects of light on the mitochondria. Very interesting that light was very effective at fighting COVID and basically good for health. Miss Flipper says, percolated fish, love light. Hey, long way home. It is a deep area to consider, Heart Matter. And I appreciate you joining in the conversation and offering your view. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm also looking forward to hearing you sing one day. Have fun at karaoke tomorrow. Snapper says, late, but feeling great. All right, I'm signing off, guys. Hey, Adam, I'm going to try again tomorrow to reach out. If not, we'll figure something out. All right, guys, I got to go. Love you. Take care.